If you have any questions about human traffic, you can chat to director Justin Kerrigan tomorrow lunchtime at 12:30, live on film4.com. Continuing our evening of film with Channel 4 and Film 4, the erotic and controversial story of O plays after the break. To subscribe to Film 4, just call free now on 0800 441234 or click on to film4.com. He said he'd end up in the Priory, and he has. Jack D is celebrating freedom from the Big Brother house with Zoe and Janie. Plus, there's a fun-loving criminal called Huey Morgan lurking around. An intoxicating night in with the Priory, Tuesday at 6 on 4.
The all-new Ford Mondeo. A car so clever, it's creating quite a following. It has an electronic brain which constantly watches over the driver and passengers and controls safety devices which respond in milliseconds. It's Ford's intelligent protection system. Such advanced technology seems to be attracting a little interest. The all-new Ford Mondeo, built to lead.
Tetley's bitter. Smoothly does it.
If you pick up a Cheltenham and Gloucester cash gift mortgage, you could get from £1 to over £13,000 cash in hand. Call us, click on, or come into CNG or Lloyd's TSB. Cheltenham and Gloucester, looking after your best interests.
Morning. Thought you were my mum. Come in. She's coming around in a minute. Hi. Hi. You know Gary, don't you, Mum? You met at my birthday bash last year.
Your mum?
Yeah.
I could have sworn she was your sister.
That's hilarious.
Smirnoff Ice, as clear as your conscience.
The toughest agent in the FBI is going undercover.
Dirty Harriet.
Sandra Bullock is Miss Congeniality in cinemas March 23. I love a Twister when I'm rushing around like the Twister Rat. It's 2 tasty strips of succulent chicken with fresh salad and mayo, all wrapped in a warm flour tortilla. This Twister is something else. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! In fact, it'll blow you away. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Nobody does chicken like KFC.
Mobile phone, Jen. Get one like mine.
Forget that, Jen. You want to get one like mine.
How do you find the mobile that's right for you? Just head for the link. We believe in treating all our customers as individuals. We've a huge range of phones, tariffs, and money-saving deals. And together we'll help you choose the one for you. It's your easy link to the right mobile phone.
I feel like it's
I'll be looking out for you in the mirror.
Jonathan Kaner joins The Mirror. Plus your entertaining personal horoscope worth £22 absolutely free, starting in tomorrow's Mirror.
Okay, you know what you're gonna get. Great titles, great names, great films. But it's more than just that. We show you the films that others wouldn't dare. Uninterrupted. Just the way the director intended. UK television premieres, extreme films, and the cream of Hollywood.
The very best there is.
We know films, because we make films, and therefore you get to see them first. And it doesn't stop there. Throughout April, we'll take you through British Film Month. Over 80 films in 4 weeks. That's 30 days of some of the best Brit flicks ever made. We've delved into the world of what makes a British film, well, British.
I do, you cheeky twat!
Film 4 doesn't just show these films. We talk to the people who make them, as well as the A-list of British cinema. Films like Trainspotting, Long Good Friday, and Withnail and I.
Really looking forward to seeing those.
We round off the month with a UK television premiere of the award-winning Film 4 production, East is East.
This is very special.
So what are you waiting for? To subscribe, just pick up the phone and call free on 0800 441234 or click on film4.com. It's only $5.99 a month.
Bloody bargain.
It may only be cinema, not life, but it'd be a dull one without it. Film 4. Great films you know, great films you don't.
Tonight, we present a softcore classic which was banned in Britain for a quarter of a century and which has only recently been passed as suitable for public viewing on these sensitive shores. The Story of O was director Just Jacquin's follow-up to the international hit Emmanuelle, the film which made mainstream erotica acceptable, which became one of the most successful screen ventures of the 1970s. Having gained worldwide notoriety with his soft-focus rendering of Emmanuel Arsan's cult novel, former fashion photographer Jacquin attempted to repeat the formula with his interpretation of Pauline Riage's controversial Potboiler, the tale of a woman's voyage of self-discovery through the elaborate rituals of sadomasochism. Like Emmanuelle, The Story of O took a graphically explicit text and transformed it into a palatably polite slice of big-screen erotica. But unlike Emmanuelle, which suffered fairly minor cuts at the hands of the BBFC, Jacquin's lavishly mounted Grande Folie was deemed utterly filthy by the board and banned in its entirety. Makes you proud to be British, doesn't it? So what was the problem with The Story of O, which was only recently passed by the UK censors after being re-released without a certificate, much like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, in order to force a decision? Well, the answer to that question remains unclear. BBFC records are infuriatingly unspecific about the reason for the film's initial rejection, but it seems highly unlikely that explicitness alone provoked the censors' wrath, particularly since Jacquin's other work, from Emmanuelle to Lady Chatterley's Lover, has rarely, if ever, strayed into the realms of pornography. And although the BBFC were keen to point out that the version they finally passed was shorter than that originally rejected, all sensible sources, including Jacquin himself, state that the abridged version was trimmed for pacing rather than porn. Certainly the longer French language version, which you're about to see, contains nothing that could have provoked a ban, and indeed omits the terrible overdubbing, which was the film's only genuinely obscene element. It seems more likely that, like the rape scene from Emmanuelle, which was cut for reasons of morality rather than explicitness, The Story of O was rejected because it was problematic rather than pornographic. Certainly Jacquin is fairly faithful to Riage's novel, which was celebrated by French intellectuals as an exploration of existential self-annihilation, and even adventurously adds a progressive double ending to mirror the dual opening of her text, which he bravely reproduces on screen. It's not a great film, but at least it's trying to do something interesting with softcore sex, a crime for which it was sorely punished by the British censors. So, after 25 years in chains, here is The Story of O.
As you may have surmised, our late-night film on 4 is strictly for adults only. The Story of O tells a tale of sex, submission, and some dangerous power games. It contains scenes of nudity and sex, including sadomasochistic practices from the outset and throughout.